What up everybody, it's Martin. So welcome to another Hump Day Q&A edition of Peak Your Mind. Today's question is all about how do you deal with people and handle situations where someone's rude to you or unfair to you or just being a douchebag to you without getting defensive or overbearing but still asserting yourself. And this comes from Pass the Dutch, which I love, by the way. I love that. But I really, when I was first reading this question, I totally get it, because aside from Peak Your Mind, I'm doing college full time, I work at a restaurant, and I work at a yoga studio, so I have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of that deals with customer service and dealing with a lot of people, and especially in a restaurant, you're always dealing with people who are rude because they're hungry or they're just like douchey, you know what I mean? And how do you handle those people without being rude back? Because my guess is, like, you're not a rude person, you don't sound like a rude person, but you obviously have a big heart, and like those people's comments affect you. And I feel that too, because especially in those situations or in relationships, when I was dating someone, I'd always get thrown off really easily and get defensive about little comments. So for me, I've just realized what works over time and through experience, you know. And for me, what I realized and what I'm recommending for you is you always want to start with being centered and being grounded in yourself. Because when you're centered and you're grounded, I might as well make a video on how to be centered, because that helps in so much with life. But when you're centered with yourself and you're grounded, it's so much harder for someone's comments or how someone is acting towards you to throw you off, you know, to throw you off balance. And you always want to approach situations, especially when dealing with people, from a centered place. And that usually has to do with your posture and your breathing and just like owning yourself and owning your presence. But if you can start from that place, people's comments just aren't going to affect you as much. They're not going to throw you off as much. And so that's really like the foundation for what I'm telling you. And the next thing is like understanding that what someone else says, what someone else does, it doesn't define you at all. You know what I mean? Like, those are just their own comments that are either being projected onto you, or because they're having a hard time or they're not feeling well, like whatever it is, and they're just trying to push that outside, and you happen to be in the way or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just having that understanding that no one else's words can define who you are, because you define who you are. You know what I mean? And having that understanding, because when you do, people's comments all of a sudden have less weight on you. And the third one is really, saying and what you really think, saying how you really feel, and letting people know around you what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept as far as behavior goes. You know what I mean? Because that's what I've been working on lately, to be honest with you, is just like speaking my mind and saying what I really think and not holding my tongue, and not from a rude place, right? And that's where that centeredness comes from. You don't want to come from just like lashing out and being rude, but just like from a strong, assertive place, let them know, hey, this is how I feel about that, this is what I think about that, or this is what I'm not willing to accept anymore, and just letting people know what you're all about, you know, because it feels good to not let people run over you, let people push you over. It feels good to just be strong in yourself. It feels good to define yourself in a way that says, I'm not going to take shit from anybody, but I'm going to own myself, and I'm going to say what I really think, and I'm not going to let people treat me in a certain way. And if you can do those three things, then what someone says to you, how someone acts towards you, it's not even going to be an issue. You know what I mean? You're just going to be solid in yourself and confident in yourself and owning yourself. And so I wanted to answer this just because I feel where you're coming from, and I know this is going to help you out. So let me know how that goes for you. And for the rest of us, comment below and let me know either, because I'm sure we've all been in situations like that, either what's like the rudest, like McDouchiest situation or interaction that you've ever had with someone, or what helped you out in a certain situation like that, because I'm sure it'll help us out too. And of course, if you got any questions and stuff you want me to answer, I'm stoked to answer those, because I'm sure someone else has that question also, and it'll help out, and I'm stoked to chill with y'all. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.